When you have 5 minutes and then you don't have any time at all? That doesn't happen here. Ever. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. I don't know if my voice still sounds different. I don't think it does. You tell me. Happy end of the year soon. Stream? That's what this is. Music Maestro, please. I did catch a certain illness after 3 years, nearly 3 years. So that's why I was not able to finish my my 25-day advent calendar. It's like, you know what, those last two, the specific holiday ones, nah, you're not going to get to those. And what bugs me the most is that has happened before. It's like every year I seem to get a little bit sick somehow or other. I think last year I was fine, but again, I didn't go out much. This year I've been going out a little bit more than usual. Hold on, I see people here. What? Hold on. I definitely prepared for this stream properly. Everything is just where I want it. 5 fingers, high five. Andrew Butler, hello. Welcome to this. I couldn't really think of any specific topic other than end of year, and I'm not going to do any kind of New Year's live stream thing because I don't stream on Saturdays usually, and because I don't want to, because I don't really do the New Year thing. I'm usually asleep, or I just am home. I'm not going out. No, you look crazy on New Year's. John McKellen, hello. Stay healthy for Psalm 2, yes. My initial fear is my sense of smell getting screwed up by this thing. Not happy about it. It's not as bad as I thought. Like, the illness itself lasted 2 days, 3 days. And then I started feeling fine again. I tested myself today and I'm negative, but it seems really fast to get over that, so I'm not sure. I have to test tomorrow anyway. And even then, I have to spend 10 days away from people, which is fine. I don't like being around people much. But my exercise routine went out the window. I'm not happy about that. Doing pretty good with that for a while. Suddenly, I just have to stop. Life is like that sometimes. Now, I'm also doing a top whiskeys of the year stream right now. See, you didn't know. Now you know. It's a secret. Don't tell anyone. And the easy thing about it is that for this video, the few videos I did this year, because I was taking a little bit easy after doing the Psalm class and burning out after that. It was a lot. And then there was a Bastard's Ball? Good, it's been a year. Scotch on the Bayou, Slancy, y'all. Hello. Yeah, I am feeling better. That's the good part. Again, it was only 3 days of just absolute and no, I'm okay. My sense of smell is knackered, but I wanted to do an end of the year thing. I almost didn't. It was like end of the year, it's Friday. I feel like I should do a stream because I did stream for almost an entire month. So I'm sure that had something to do with it. Suddenly I didn't have to do that again. I was like, oh, all right. End of year. Need to do something. Here we go. And these are the top 3 whiskeys for me of 2022. And as I was saying, the easy thing about this is that I did a lot of like picks. So it's Bourbonite picks. I believe, well, no, I didn't do a video of it, but I probably won't because that one's just good. Roy from Aquita, that's what I'm thinking of now. That bottle is delicious. But I didn't do a video on it, and it didn't count because all I wanted to do was have a drink of that with Roy, and I did that. So hey, that's all that really was important to me for that bottle. I'm gonna savor it. But other than that, I tried to narrow it down to bottles that were accessible. I also had some hard to get bottles, and even one of these bottles I'm going, is it really accessible? Is it, Brian? Really? No, it isn't, but it's a video I did this year, and it's good, and I like it. And damn it to hell, I'll probably never get another. I say that, but I know the whiskey community is pretty awesome, and I have gotten some bottles I never expected to have just because of that. So maybe I'll get another one someday. Maybe one will just pop in front of my face and not cost a huge amount of money. But so let's start. And remember, my, again, sense of smell and taster. So I don't know how this is going to go. And so far, I had a whiskey yesterday or the day before, and it was just... I didn't know why I was drinking it. I couldn't taste it. But here we go, number one. A big surprise here. Glenfiddich 15 year. Scotch on the Bayou. What timing you have? Coincidence? Yes, but still. Yum. I imagine you've had this one. If not, go get one. And again, not easy to find, not kind of expensive. I did this video this year, and this is really good. And I like, can you tell? This is from like a month ago, 2 months ago. I shared a little bit of it. So. Do it that. Just a touch, because again, I can't really taste it. All right. Remember to wet your corks, folks. So they fall apart. Good. So there you go. Very little amount. I need to clear this thing, don't I? I realized it's just sitting there spinning. And unfortunately, I didn't get to do the last 2 days. So it would be completely full. I think I'll leave it, just in case. I will have to erase that at some point. I don't know what that was. It smells something. It's not a bad smell. It's making me think of apple pie. Stomach, shut up. My stomach just made a noise. I haven't eaten much today, as per usual. Yeah, this is nice. Actually, surprisingly. I probably still can't taste very much of it, but we'll see. That's part of the reason I'm doing this. Love the Slayard. Glenfiddich 15. Great taste. Easy to find. Decent value. Exactly. That's my hope. Again, I kind of came across this one by accident. I did have a hard... Oh, no. I had difficulty finding it when I wanted to find it. Because I saw it on the shelf, and it was gone, and I couldn't find it. And then I found it, and after I bought it, I found it again on the shelf, someplace nearby. It's very annoying when that happens. Core range Glenfiddich. Oh, it's really good. I mean, if anything I want to deep dive in a little bit, it's Glenfiddich. And so far I've had, what is it, 12, the 15, obviously. Fire and Cane was pretty good as a starter thing early on. I bought 2 bottles of that, so I finished 1 bottle and bought another. And I think I finished that too. That's probably gone now. For whatever reason, I like going down the Glenfiddich road. Still many other scotches to try, clearly. Alright, cheers to everyone who is here. And thanks for being here. That's about it. The nose is much more interesting to me this time around. Big shock. Winter Storm. I've heard of that one. I don't think I could ever... I never found it, or never really looked for it, honestly. But yeah, I like to try as many Glenfiddichs as I can, and I should. One bad thing that happens when you go into the whiskey vault, you get overwhelmed. And I think eventually I just latch onto a bourbon category, since I like bourbons, obviously. But I have meandered over to the Scotch section more than once. I don't think I remember seeing a lot of Glenfiddich stuff there. Oh, yeah, I'll be there later in this year, next year. So I'll keep an eye on that, Andrew Butler. That sounds pretty good. Upsetting. I know this tastes very different. One thing I had to do was at least glance back at some of my videos, see which ones I liked. And as I mentioned, there were a lot of YouTuber picks and that sort of thing, and Irene Tan bottles that it's like, yes, this is one of my whiskeys of the year. You can't get this at all. Doesn't quite work the same way. Maybe I'll do a short. Should do that now. YouTube's all about the shorts. Here's 60 seconds. Do something entertaining. We'll do, because I should do a video, but since I'm buggered or knackered, whatever, I'll just go. My top whiskeys of the year. This one. This one. This one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I can do that right now, technically. Aromatherapy samples. Oh, please. I'll need all the aromatherapy samples. Get in touch. If you want to send me samples, just KillCo77@hotmail.com. And we can talk about that then. Oh, that'd be great. I still have a lot of samples to go through, and I wanted to desperately do samples tonight, but can't. I mean, I could. I just wouldn't taste anything. And that's not really doing the sample justice. So, do that. I still have, I love when that happens. I have the, where are they? There. They're right where I left them before. 24 and 25 are still going to pop up at some point. I don't know when I'll be back to normal. I assume within another week or so. And then I can either start making more videos and doing streams again, something. I like doing the streams. The streams get the watch hours. And it's much easier for me to do because I don't have to edit anything. That's nice. It's good. I want more. If I say that's good, I said to a few people now. It's not like and there's one day where I had no sense of smell and taste. And then the next day, it started to come back. Do you want to know what my secret is? That's how you make sure your smell is still there. Get yourself a bottle of Lefroy. In this case, Lefroy Glore. And you open it. Yep. Ooh. I can smell some of that. But it's not making me go, oh gosh. So, something slightly missing. Oh, sorry, it's very loud. I know, I'm sorry. But that was what I was doing for the first 2 days. Like, is it back? No. All right. No, it's a little bit back. But muted. Muffled. I like the word muffled. Muffled is better than muted. Muted, you don't hear anything. Muffled is, it's muffled. Figure out where to put my samples so I know where they are, not have them in the way. Because I would love to know what day 24 and 25 are. Actually, I think I forgot to... Since I got sick, I very likely did not update the samples for the last few days. One of them, at least. But it was nice to have a really janky stream before I finished. Before I couldn't do another one. I was so close to doing day 24. I was like this far. I mean, it's not that close. It's not like this, but this. I felt so awful. And I would have been like, all right, everybody, I'm going to have a whiskey tonight. I had the chills and everything. It sucked. So I decided against it. I posted it like I was going to do it and then immediately was in bed going, nope, that's not going to happen. I'm going to go to sleep now. I believe I slept for 18 hours at one point. Was it 16? It was a while. I was in and out of sleep for a bit there. I have no problem. The good thing about our medicine these days is we have these medicines called NyQuil. They knock you the hell out. Then you're not awake for you're feeling like awful. Those are great. I didn't have NyQuil, but it was, a sleep aid / Advil type thing, since they have that kind of stuff now. I only used Advil. It's great. I don't like any other cold medicine, but all the nuances aren't there, unfortunately. I can tell it's a little malty. That's about it. What I'm curious about, mostly, is why some things are muffled why other things aren't. Woo. Stupid bottles scare me like that. Jeez. That noise. And I did look up more about the whole condition. Yeah, it has been almost 3 years for me not having caught this. Now that I have, I'm so pissed about it. Baptist cocktail. Well, that's why they still age check you sometimes in some places. You buy cough syrup. Like, no, hold on. We see some ID. Next, on our top 3 whiskeys of 2022 for me and this channel, Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. You can again, you can see I've been enjoying it, sharing it too, enjoying it as well. It's very tasty. It's very sweet. I need to make sure people understand that. For whatever reason, the double oak thing that I did comes out very sweet initially. You know, when I was tasting it before now. Right now, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. We'll find out. The color on it's beautiful. And you can find it. Like, I would buy another one of these. No question. Look at me squat. This was donated by Zen Boot. Now, all of these could have been donated by Zen Boot. I'm not sure. It's madman. In a good way. We have one more after this. It's fine. I haven't drank all week. Fine. Ah, what is it? Okay. So, oh no, wait, that was something else. I'm getting a very specific kind of note on this, and I got this last night. I had a little pour of Redbreast 12, thinking maybe I'll find something good about it. I like Redbreast 12, though. It's familiar to me. No, it's too... Do I want to say nuanced? No. It's not aggressive enough. You know, with the Lefroy bottle, there's a lot of very strong smells to come out of that. But with Redbreast 12, it is light, it is friendly, it is delicious. But I wasn't getting much. I was getting this very odd smell that I can't quite figure out. I just got it on this, too. I imagine it's something to do with the alcohol. I don't think that's right either, because that one's 40%, and I wasn't getting an alcohol smell. And same thing with yesterday. Redbreast 12 is 40%. British Bourbon Society pick of Woodford Double Oaked. That's rather nice. Oh, hacks. British Bourbon Society having Woodford. Damn. Well, they're doing something. That's good. Let's see if I can get the nose on this. My initial feeling is a marker. It's a red marker. I don't know why it has to be the red one. Maybe it has something to do with the... Did they used to have scented markers? Am I imagining that? Like a red scented marker? Maybe like strawberry. Oh, come on, don't do that. It's making me think of plastic. Shrink wrap in particular. I used to have to work occasionally with a machine that would shrink wrap things, and it gave off a very specific smell because it would melt off some pieces of it to do that. And that's coming to mind, unfortunately. And this is one I like. Normally. That's why it's in this lineup, and I was hoping that it's like, oh, I like all 3 of these still. No, the Glenfiddich I still like. The Woodford Double Oak, it's giving me a weird nose, because of course it is. That's great. I love that. I love when people get picks they want. I got one today. I'm supposed to update you guys. I updated patrons. By the way, I have a Patreon. And this one. This one? You can't see it if you heard the thing. Yeah, here we go. I got this at long last. Focus. Focus. Do it, do it, do it, do it. There we go. The Butterscotch Effect. It's an It's Bourbonite pick. Crazy stay profile. 03250. And 108 proof. This finally arrived today. It was supposed to show up yesterday. didn't, but I got here today. The important part. I got here safely. Looks like it's been great. Butterscotch is one of my weaknesses. Because Butterscotch Sunday in particular is one of Irene Tan's picks that I really like, so eager to look into that one, among others. Mr. Great Shot, cheers. Pinch hitter whiskey lunch, cheers. Pinch hitter, I am feeling much better. I have felt better since about Tuesday. I think I started feeling more like myself. No temperature or anything. And I checked myself today, and it was negative. And I'm only thinking that was rather quick. Thought this was supposed to linger. Yeah, but I'm going to test again tomorrow. See if I show negative again. It's just a matter of time. I'm waiting for my whole body to get back to normal. As I said, this one has a weird smell to it at the moment. We're going over the top 3 whiskeys for me in 2022. I didn't title that because I didn't want it to be clickbait BS. Just an end of the year thing with all of you. All right, I gotta stop going on the nose because it's just making me go, what is that? There's a couple nice things happening. It was more oak forward at first, big surprise. And then there was a certain sweetness, which is, I thought, was much harder to get. That's got a weird finish, too. There are fruit notes in the middle of that. I think some kind of caramel, or maybe we were just talking about butterscotch. Inflicting things into my brain. Muffled. Absolutely. This is much sweeter than it should be. It's a much sweeter bourbon normally, but I'm not getting even half of that. Try a little more. Is that all right with you? Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I'll try this out. Sorry for the crinkling noises in advance. I should have put some of these out earlier. But I didn't. Got some wheat crackers here. Stone wheat crackers. It's actually a brand I like these. Don't really know what happened. I think they were in Canada, or they were an import or something. I don't know. They had like a red oval on them. They were amazing. I had to default to these ones, which are not the greatest. These are more bland. Those other ones that I like, I can just eat the whole box. Well, good, I can still taste bland. Oh. Or at least wheat. I haven't eaten dinner, by the way. Another reason I'm like, put something in your stomach. Something, anything. Okay. I was going to be annihilated before the stream's even halfway over. Alright. It feels a little better now. It's still weird plastic, you know, blah. Yeah, wow. Why is the oak note so like blatantly there in the middle and the beginning? Most frustrating thing is when there's that note. It's like, oh, that's familiar. What is? Oh, where'd it go? Crap. Where is it? Happens far too often. Would you all like to know what number 3 is? I don't want to hold everyone here. I actually want to get all 3 of these at least announced for the first 30 minutes. Then you can see that without having to go for the whole hour. So, even though I haven't finished my drink, I was just a little fast. It is, unfortunately. Oh, well, or 107. as you can tell. Delicious. Been here a while, you know I like Buffalo Trace products. Unfortunately for me, and as I mentioned, that one's not easy to get, but really good. I like it a lot. I haven't had all the Welders yet. Like, that's the better one I've had, officially. I think I've only had two. I've had the Weller Special Reserve and that one. Can't think of another one I've actually tried. Or had a bottle of. I know I've never had a bottle of anything more than those two. Unless there's something in the middle of those two, which I don't believe there is. And then it's like the full proof, the 12-year. I try not to think about the rest of them because I probably never have them. We'll see. I did get to see the 12-year or the full proof recently, but then someone bought it. Welcome in, hello. I can't really taste it like the same way. As I was saying earlier, it's all muffled. Yeah, 12-year full proof. I've heard of them. I know they exist. I've never had them. Because there is a problem with Buffalo Trace products, which I hope someday is resolved. But I have a feeling it will only get worse. Yeah. Well, the 12, it'd be nice to have. But I'm not, like, I feel like a cutoff point in my mind is 10 years for bourbons. But I wouldn't mind trying it. It'd be interesting. And that's not much farther off. I think it gets weird when you're like 15 years, 20 years of bourbons. You're going, why? All you will taste is oak. But who knows? Finishes are interesting now. I like bourbons being finished and stuff. That's interesting. Yeah, thank you. I have a thing for that. Woo! The algorithm demands your thumbs. Not me, it's them. And it helps the channel, more importantly. Subscribes and likes and bells and... Who knew this is what we'd be talking about? In, what, 1990? When I was, what? How old was I in 1990? I was 10. Blah. Yeah, didn't see that one coming. Little 10-year-old Brian, when you grow up, you're going to ask people for their thumbs. Yes, it'll be glorious. Leanne, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Sancha, have a good new year. I'll see you there. I hope. I'll see you again. I missed seeing you this year. No, I didn't see you this year. Did I? There's too much that happened this year. I can't. I'll see you next year. I hope. Maybe I'll come down there and see what that's all about. Ugh. I did see her this year. Okay. I remembered all the things that happened suddenly. It's still okay, but it's not nearly as sweet as I want it to be. Sweetness has been taken from me. A little bit. I also tried some tricks. I don't know if they'll work for anyone else. Yes. Yeah, I did. That feels like it was 2 years ago. That's the problem. There was a lot going on this year. I was like, was that last year? Was it this year? Oh my god. Ugh. And hopefully next year as well. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Go have food. Put pictures of it on Instagram. I'm hungry. I'd love to see it. Whatever it is. Ugh. God, what a year. A year in review. I'm trying to remember. This year's been both good and brutal, if you all have been following along, which I know you have. As you are aware, last month was Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. My dad's been going through it. He got diagnosed earlier this year, so that kind of made 2022 a bit of a not so great year. Understatement there, but we're getting through it. He's been doing something else. He just started doing gene therapy, like a while like that. I have to double check on that, but least he stopped chemo for the time being because that was rough. I never knew how much it takes out of a person just to do chemotherapy. Like your whole entire body is weakened. Everything about you just gets taken away, and it's awful. Yeah, let's not think about that part. Let's think about the good parts. Whiskey Somm level 1, yay. Went to Bastard's Ball again. Got to go into the vault numerous times. I love that. I'll be going there in about 3 months-ish. So prepare for live streams at Austin again on my laptop. I'll have to fiddle around with that. But if you were here for the stream last Friday, woo! God, it's already a week? How did that happen? Oh yeah, you've been sick, so you've been out. Yes, that's true. Yeah. But that was fun. Maybe I'll be a little more social next time when I go to do the Whiskey Somm level 2, which is mostly about bourbons, as I understand it. Because I was stressed out and I didn't want to be distracted by people and drinking. That was my big thing. There's a lot of alcohol available to you when you are at staying on campus at the Wizard Academy. I don't even think I drank anything that night. I went to bed early because I had to be up so early. That sucked. I'm not good with early mornings. I'm there, but I'm not there, if that makes sense. So that'll be fun, and that was this year. What else? Oh yeah, I went to Kentucky again. That was good. I come to Kentucky. I don't think I'll go next year, not because of not wanting to, but financially, things have shifted around. As I mentioned, my father is dealing with pancreatic cancer, so a lot of money is going to that. Although everyone here who donated helped a lot. All the people who got awards, prizes, should get all of their prizes soon. There's one more I have that had to be redone because some people didn't get in touch with me. It sucks, but I have all the people who have gotten in touch and who got re-rolls and who won. So I got one more to send out, and that'll be that. So looking forward to finishing that next year, even though that's also next week. I didn't want to send them out at this time of year because, you know, package like returns and presents get a little wild this year. Even that makers I was talking about took a while to get to me, like weeks. And then, of course, there was a flub yesterday with the whole, we tried to get in touch with you. No, you did not. I was waiting the entire day yesterday for that package, and they lied to me. I waited the entire day for this one, and it finally got here at about 5:40 p.m. I was afraid it was going to show up during the live stream, so good on them for not doing that. And it does the anxiety thing to me, where I am afraid to go to the restroom, you know, because I feel like they're going to show up if I do, or if I lie down, or if I leave for a moment, if I go down the hallway. Oh, it gets really bad. Of course, that was the past 2 days, on top of being sick and on top of having to avoid people on purpose, which doesn't take much since I'm always avoiding people on purpose. I'll tell. Let's finish up our double oak and go onto the Weller 107. And if you have, you know what, I can probably do a thing. It's going to look weird. That was the old one. That was for the prize giveaway. Where did I? Do I still have it? I don't think I do. Oh well. Oh wait, no, there it is. Hey, it's scroll. Happy holidays. Let me fix that. Top 3 whiskeys of 2022. Because now that I've said them, I'll just have them scrolling up top. Glenfiddich. The F's. One. It's the D's. Mess me up. I gotta change this font. It's awful. But what do you guys think? Tell me, speak to me about the top 3 whiskeys I picked. Again, these are my method of doing this, and it has been so far, is not to try to keep up with the hubbub. I realized early on that's not a thing. I don't have the room or the money to buy all the bottles that happened to show up this year and tell people about which one was the best. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm good. I'm good with that. I gotta change the color of this. Do this, see if that works. Hey. All right, I show you my masterpiece. There it is. Now you know. It's a bit slow, but it's all right. Blah, blah. Early mornings, of course, strong coffee. Mr. Great Shot, I was introduced to something called a Nespresso machine when I was there in Austin on campus. Oh no. Like instant espresso? Or instant lattes or instant macchiato? Oh. Needless to say, I was awake while I was there because that. Parcel anxiety, oh god, it's awful. Yep. Postal strikes suck. It's not good. There's a lot going on in the world right now that I have no control over. That'll mess things up for me, unfortunately. But there you have it. Now you know the top 3 of 2022. I will put the brackets on this stream after it's done, because I don't want to make clickbait. There is some things I had to get through. That's another thing, 2022. I had to reevaluate my channel, because the worst thing I can do for myself and for the channel is to see the success of other channels and wonder, why is that not me? And also, what are they doing that I'm not? And I should do that. It's no good. That's one of the reasons you won't see very many times me going, the top 5 whiskeys or the top introductory whiskeys or best 3 whiskeys to share with your friends or any kind of numerical BS thing. I do it occasionally. It's only if I want to do it. The big thing about this channel is I'm going to do what I want, and hopefully some people will like it. So far, so good. Really wanted to make something though at the end of the year, and it just when I realized I was so unwell and I didn't want to have to try to put the effort into it, I couldn't smell very well. It was like, all right, do a live stream. End of the year live stream. You got that covered. End of the year, you're good. And then announce what the top 3 whiskeys of your channel are, which is the easiest and best way to do it, I think. It's whatever I had as a video this year. I get to pick some from some of those. And again, it was made easier by some of them being less than accessible. And I want anything I recommend as a top 3 or top whatever to be something you might be able to find. Weller 107 was the only one me going first. Good luck. It's good. Good luck. I think the Woodford Reserve is probably the most easily accessible one in the States, whereas the Glenfiddich 15 might be a little harder to find, because as I said, I have some issues finding that one. Ugh. Yeah, not bad. I was very sad. The word is sad. When I was having my Irish whiskey, the Redbreast 12 last night, it just does. I couldn't taste much of anything. I was drinking it going, why? I can barely tell it's alcohol. It's just this weird liquid. Bourbon Bottle Lee, cheers and Happy New Year. Thank you. Again, another reason for doing this now is everyone's going to try to do a live stream tomorrow, or not. And I don't do New Year's. It's a very big, live, loud, social gathering of people and fireworks. Not my thing. It's a little too much. I'll happy to watch fireworks from a distance. Like if there are fireworks going on, I will quietly observe those, yes, but the ball drop and the countdown and the madness. Mr. Great Shot, we still got to get you in the vault someday. Don't let me forget. I know. I wonder. I have to talk to Daniel about a bunch of things, because you are a regular there. I think you should get access to the vault if you happen to know someone. Hell, you could probably get Daniel to take you into the vault by accident someday. Or Rex. Well, Rex, I don't know if he's allowed in there. He's trouble. CNSA Crush. Not a people person myself. Good to hear. That's why this is so easy for me. I'm alone in my apartment. I can do this. Drinking by myself. Not really. It's a new reality. I'm drinking by myself, but also not. And I like the interaction that is, you know, a little quieter and more controlled than parties, because parties are so, it's a lot. It's too much. It's amateur night, too much BS going on. Yep. There's a lot of that. Ugh. I'm trying to think what else I did this year. I went off the big ones right there. I had Psalm of One, that's a biggie. Bastard's Ball, that's a biggie. Kentucky Trip, that was a biggie. Dad's Diagnosis, that rocked my world, so to speak, in not the best way. Sledgehammer to the side of the head, I believe is what I thought it was, as far as my life goes. Like, bam, reality. Huh. What else? Oh yeah, there were some KillCo meetups. That was great. There will be another one if you're in the area. Again, email me. It's the only way I'll be able to focus on that is emails. KillCo77@hotmail.com if you're in the New England area. I try to get in touch with most of the people I know about already, but if I don't see you in here regularly or talk to you in general, in some way, shape, or form, I will not get in touch. But there are a few people I know who might be interested in a beat up next month. The second half of next month, likely. I want to get as many people to go as possible, and it's fun. And, I don't want to say you can bring samples or bottles. I won't say that. I will not say it. But it'll be fun. I think I've had one meetup at Irene's. Was that this year? And I had one meetup at, where I'll probably do this next one, is a distillery called the Working Man Distillery. And they have been working their butts off getting that whole thing set up. And they got good stuff. Good bar, good cocktails, snackies, good snackies, and food trucks. I love that. I don't know what it is about food trucks, man. It's like food on the go, and it's good. Amazing. One of those things I haven't tried yet is the kebabs. I don't know what they're really called, but it's big. It's like a meat pyramid on a stick. Well, not a pyramid, but a meat thing, and it spins. And then they just shuck pieces of it off. And then you eat that like some kind of thing. I don't even know what it is. Yeah, Mr. Great Shot. Or you could always just become a som. That's the best way to learn the whole property really fast. A whiskey som. And then you're there all the time for 2 days. You got to figure out where you're going. Gyros. Is it gyros or gyros? Gyros feels like the wrong way to say it. That's why I said gyros. They sound good. I don't think I've ever had one. At least not, an official one. That would be nice. There is a brewery around here that's kind of nice too. That is an option. But it's not the same thing. I'm not going for... Maybe in the summer I'll have a beer meetup, because there are a couple of breweries around here that are pretty freaking awesome. And I did get to one of those not long ago. Kebab, yeah. Gyro, gyro. Only seen it on TV. What did they call it at the end of the Avengers movie? Shawarma? I don't know what that is either. I'm not sure if it's the same thing. I have no idea. Again, I haven't eaten dinner. So hunger, food stuff is in my mind. We need to finish this. Still important, the last one. It's coming back a little sweetness. What I need to do is invest in more Evian water. Look at this thing. This is ridiculous. That's why I had it. It's also a great reminder of how much water I should drink. One of those at least. I don't have to keep track of anything really. Although I do have another thing of regular tap water here. Will be drinking after I finish that. Alright, my old friend here. Look at that. Look at that design. works. I don't know if this always just wet the cork anyhow. There we go. I don't think that's real cork. I can't tell. Black. Oop, there we go. Only a little. I'm trying to have only about 2 ounces tonight as far as whiskey. And again, I can't really taste it, so it's lost on me slightly. This one at least smells a little sweeter, but again, it's a weird melted plastic smell. Or red marker is what I said earlier. Doesn't really make sense, but doesn't have to. The wonderful thing about nosing. Ugh. I don't remember. Well, hold on. Sugar kitty meow. Hello. Ow. I looked into some interesting info about the sickness, as we'll call it here right now. Pia Balcones, Mr. Great Shot? I might have. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember because my memory's good. The problem also is that you're asking me, did you get this sample when I've gone through 23 over the past month? So anything, even those are all a blur. I'll look. I know you sent me something not long ago, right? Or did I send you something? My memory sucks. I hate it. Shawarma. Pickled turnips and emba. It sounds interesting, but I don't know what most of those are. Tahini, I've heard, that sounds like a word I've heard. Hummus, I know what hummus is. Pickled turnips, that's wild. I don't know what amba is. Doner kebabs are served with a side of tomatoes, pickles, cucumbers, onion, chili. Teriyaki? Tzatziki sauce, and yogurt. That sounds pretty good too. I really need to expand my palate. That is something I want to do in the coming new year. I cannot afford to go to many restaurants. I actually actively don't. Become very familiar with the Chef Boyardee. The joys of being 42 and single. Ugh. And unable to cook for yourself. Oh, anyhow. I want to go to different types of restaurants because I'm very limited on what I've gone to. The most wild and crazy restaurant I've gone to in recent memory, and that means probably 10 years ago almost, is Nobu in Vegas. And that was a Japanese restaurant. It was incredible. Without, it's just kebabs. Huh. Tahini sauce. You see what I mean? I need to expand my palate by trying new things. I've been to an Indian restaurant more than once. Ages ago. But I think the one I went to is long gone now. So yeah. Different kind of Chinese restaurants. Japanese restaurants. Sushi. I don't do sushi very often, if ever. Because it's wild. Here's some raw fish. Okay. I hear the cops coming for me. I can't, Sir Kitty. Like I did the HelloFresh thing for a while. That was another thing I did this year, I think. And it was great, but it had a lot of fat and oil, and it took me about twice the amount of time that was on the on the little card saying it'll only take you 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And no, I had so much trouble trying to stay focused on what I was doing the entire time that it was frustrating. The food was pretty good, but it's better that I don't. And if I do, it has to be very simple. But I have had to resign myself to frozen foods and very simple stuff like eggs and bagels and butter. I like butter. Like I have a pretty decent breakfast. Oatmeal I can do. Anything simple. Anything where I don't have to think about it very long. I stuff it in the oven. It's not the most... What's the word I want to use here? It's not a glamorous life, but it's a good one. I guess a quote from something. Cats love sushi. The humans, not so much. I like it just fine. I haven't had enough of it. Whiskey Nuts hanging in here. Hello. Welcome to this madness. We're coming to a close. 10 minutes. Again, just showing up. Please do the thing. The YouTube algorithm demands it. And it helps me out. A lot. Because that's how the algorithm works. But I will be back here at some point. I don't know if I'll do another stream unless it's a gaming stream. So if I do a gaming stream, you'll see me. I've been playing a lot of Doom Eternal. Whew. The game hurts my eyes. There's a lot that happens very fast. Customize menus. It's just a matter if you can deal with a simple recipe. You can make it work. No, I can't. I would like to, but I have to admit that I'm just not able to deal with that. I'm able to deal with the beginnings of food. Like, take this and put it in the oven, take it and put it in the microwave. I'm good with that. No problem. The best I can do is the simple stuff. Like, as I mentioned, scrambled eggs. I can do that. Doesn't take long. Yeah, if you don't eat out as much, you're not going to get weighed down as much. Like to like and like to lick. Your taste time for KillCo 2022. Oh, yes. Oof. I'll drink this now. Cheers. Again, thanks for being here. Definitely some spices in there. Oh, something else that happened this year. And I mean yesterday. I received an entire apple pie. You saw my Instagram yesterday. I did a quick little blip of how I opened a box and there was an entire apple pie in it. It'd take me a while to eat that, but you know, dinner. Oh, that's really what it's going to be, isn't it? I'll figure it out. There are a lot of options for food these days. What I want to do is get more vegetables in my diet. But like I said, I have difficulty staying focused on anything. Even when I'm making food for myself in the oven, I will turn the oven on, and then it'll beep saying it's, you know, preheated. And I'll ignore that, and then 20 minutes will go by, and it'll still be on. I'll go, oh yes, I have to put something in there, don't I? Oh, it's great. Could be worse. And I do know of enough decent frozen foods that are not going to be murder. I've had some really bad frozen food though. But there are actually good frozen foods out there now. That's another thing. So if I can find really good, healthy options for that, that'd be nice. Again, I don't complain. Like at home, I want something good, but if it doesn't look pretty and it's so good for you, I'll eat it. Exactly. If they gave me an entire pie, I better eat the whole damn thing, or else. Mr. Great Shot, that is the first thing I did yesterday when I got it. I was a little suspicious because I didn't order a pie, but the building that I live in, I still don't quite understand what they did, but someone with somehow the people who own the property were like, hey, let's give everyone a pie. They did. So, hey, all right. Good on them for that. Made it very holiday-ish. Made me a little more thankful about living here. There's still a lot I'm not quite happy with. But, hey, freaking pie. If they do that again next year, oh, yeah. I'll be staying here for a while. Free pie every year. Nice. I'll be staying here for a while anyway. I've been here 10 years. I ain't going nowhere unless they throw me out. They better not throw me out. Same as the last one, the oak notes. And the spices are dimmed. Sweetness is dimmed or muffled. 2 tins of Danish butter cookies. Oh my god. That sounds amazing. I've had to restrain my mind Here's the thing. This is gonna backfire, but I'm not able to like make food for myself easily because there's a lot of steps involved. But if you give me some baked goods to make, I can make cookies. I can make cupcakes. Something about baking that clicks because it's very specific. Everything is very chunk, and it's usually stuff that's right there and done in certain ways. You can screw up baked goods very easily. Bad Axe Bourbon. Did I hear baked goods? Yes, I'm in. I mean, yo. Cheers, peeps. Thank you for stopping in. Bad Axe Bourbon. I will be closing this down soon, but thanks for showing up. Remember, but the thing, hold on. YouTube algorithm overlords. Appreciate it. I'll be around, though. There's a possibility if I see a stream where people are just popping on tomorrow night and I'm actually awake. Maybe I'll show up, but no. There is no plan to do that. It would just happenstance at best. For now, enjoy the rest of my whiskey. Again, if you want to know what the top 3 whiskeys for 2022 are for me, this channel, slowly scrolling across the screen there. One of them is not easy to find. The other ones, hopefully you can find them if you want to try them. They're delightful. I have a lot to do next year. You can't see all of it, but these all over my shoulder here are all whiskeys I have not opened yet. So I'll be busy. Other than that, I just have to relax. I still can't go anywhere officially until next Tuesday. But again, I have to test myself tomorrow. I was negative today, which surprised me, so I'll find out if I'm still negative tomorrow, and then I might be able to go out with a mask at least. Other than that, just hunker down. I do have to check the mail and do a couple other things. Bad Axe, you're freaking out the bots. Stop saying Sims warning. Nightbot, chill. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Relax. Bad Axe, you're too intense for Nightbot. I forgot you can do that. Thank you, Mr. Great Shot. Nightbot, you behave. You do what I want to do. Causing problems. I've had a weird issue with emojis on chat and YouTube, where I type out a whole thing and do like a smiley face at the end. All it shows is the smiley face. Everything I wrote, gone. Oy. I don't know what it is. It doesn't make sense. And now you did it. I'm just going to leave that one. It's being held for review. I can tell it's bourbon, so that's good. It's not just Nightbot. I think YouTube itself gets very twitchy. Yeah, it feels like I'm tasting about half of the whiskey, which is unfortunate. But I do like it. I'll drink the rest of that happily. But after I finish drinking this, I need food. I don't know what I can make. I had Chef Boyardee last night. I'd rather not do that again. And that was, I should also mention, for the first time this year, one of the things they did was have my groceries picked out for me. Felt a little weird. They got me the wrong kind of butter. That's okay. Oh, I can have a bagel. Bagel with butter is one of my favorites. Bread and butter, literally. Yay. Another reason for this is my EBT card hasn't been recharged yet. But as of Monday, I will be able to buy groceries again. Woo! The last ones I bought were all via my bank account, and kind of sucked. All the more reason to enjoy the next new year. And also, the amount's going up. Yes. That'll be nice. With that, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I gotta figure out how to do this. I will see you all out there next year. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.